What's up? I really do like our intro, honestly. Shout out Nick for putting that together. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, although I do have to admit, there is slightly more pressure associated with it.
You think?
Because like previously we would just kind of like be talking, and then at some
And then the
point,
episode would happen.
yeah, like there wasn't like an official starting point to it.
Yeah.
And now there's like a countdown to start, and it affects the content of the show in no way whatsoever, and yet it causes me like slightly more stress.
I get what you're saying, but with that out of the way, welcome, friends. I hope you're ready to fight. Do we even want to make an attempt to sync up our audio and make Nick's life easier? Because that was a disaster last week.
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to do that before we start.
I have mine running for so long before, no, that wouldn't make any sense.
Yes, because we have the before recorded.
I suppose.
Because why would you want to have every podcast episode with us doing like a clap or something? That would be weird.
I figured we could make it funny, but you're actually so right, and perhaps I am just stupid.
I don't know, I can actually.
And also, I already cracked open my cold one, so.
We are supposed to do it before we start the actual episode, right?
Sorry, Nick. But for anyone who is going to be like only listening to this after it comes out, I'm currently test driving some new color contacts, which is fun. They're red. So I look kind of demonic.
I can't see them very well, partially because you're smaller than usual, and partially because there's a glare. Can you lower your glasses for a moment? Because that's what's causing the issue. There we go. Now I can really see them. Nice.
Anyway, so
you just got the funsies?
What the hell? I did just get them for funsies. Okay, so I sort of both did and didn't, because I wanted black sclera lenses, which I also did get. I'm gonna give myself a little. I just got these here today. I'm gonna give myself a little more. I need to give myself a bigger window before I try on full sclera blackout lenses the first time.
Yeah,
I'm a little intimidated by those, but so I was gonna get those, and the website that I get them from, that you got all of your like cosplay contacts from as well, they were doing like a buy one get one free, and I was gonna get the sclera lenses anyway, and those ones are kind of expensive because they're bigger. And I was like, if we're tossing them in anyway, yeah, red seems cool, like fun, freaky, fits my whole vibe. And then I was like, oh, you know what would be great if I wore those with Mothman, because I'm gonna have like the red glowing eyes as like part of the like cosplay, the headpiece that I'm making for the cosplay. But if I have to like flip that up for any reason, I'm still probably gonna have like a little bit of makeup on or whatever. So it worked out, is what I'm saying. I found a use for them as I was like adding them to my cart mentally. I was like, oh yeah, like I was gonna get these anyway, but that's perfect.
That was what I assumed you had gotten them for, actually. Because I'm like, well, you're gonna have red eyes in like a week and a half, just not your actual eyes. So why not make your actual eyes also red?
Yeah, and also they're just fun. Honestly, I really like. Sometimes I just wear like the emeritus eye, the plain white contact just in my left eye. Sometimes I just wear that to work. Like, it's fun. It hurts nobody. It's a vibe.
What I really want you to do is the glowing red eyes that you have for your Mothman costume.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be able to like pull your thing up and then have another set of those, like they're your actual eyes.
That would be hilarious, but unfortunately, I would not be able to see.
It's worth it. Aren't you the one who's always saying you have to suffer for your art?
Actually, yeah, no, you're so right. I need to suffer for my art. I need to suffer for my art.
Entirely blinded.
I'm here for it. Actually, let me see, because I joined. Yes, I still can use it. Ah, wonderful. I forgot about our little vibe check thing, which is essentially what we were doing. I forgot that I was that I am the person who can also do things, because we have been added to like the network.
Although I've mentioned this like briefly offhandedly on the pod before, but I really think we should record some like specific little sounds to play.
See, I think Nick put it in the network WhatsApp like 2 days ago. He came up with something for the worst thing.
Yeah, for the worst thing, yeah.
Although I don't know if there was a video counterpart to go with that in the way that there is with like the Big Dumb Monsters intro or the Regrettable Reviews intro. I thought that could be kind of fun. So what I'm saying is that's not loaded for tonight, even though that's a thing we're working on. Mm-hmm. So there's that. But yeah, what's good? What's up? How's life?
I honestly don't remember if I've ranted about this on the pod before. I probably have.
I love a rant. I am already so sad. Hit me with it, Bestie.
It's like, it's not even an important thing. It is a very small thing, but something that nonetheless makes me very upset on, I don't want to say on a regular basis because I don't encounter it that often. Why, in the year of our Lord 2024, are we still packing things in styrofoam? Why?
No, you've never ranted to me about styrofoam before.
I hate styrofoam so much.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna stop you for 1 second. Excellent quote. I'm gonna stop you for 1 second. I have several. I can think of several reasons why this would be the case for you. One, it's either a sensory thing with the way that it sounds, or two, that it gets everywhere in little particles and sticks to you with static electricity.
Nailed it on the second one there.
I know my friends well.
If on the list of things in this world that I hate, if we're setting aside the really obvious things like war and poverty and all that, right?
And just one other really obvious thing that we allude to but never say.
Yes. But like, aside from things that like really matter.
If you give us $500 on Patreon, you will know the secret.
But it's probably, unless there's some other thing that I can't think of at the moment, styrofoam's got to be like top of that list. Because yeah, I mean, surely the sound that it makes is horrific. And if anybody says otherwise, they are lying or there's something horribly wrong with them. The sound of styrofoam rubbing on styrofoam. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I definitely agree. Like whenever I have to pull something out of a package and it makes that noise, it's like it doesn't necessarily send me into a blind rage, but it's not pleasant. Actually, I should also pull up
blind rage, a seeming rage, but rage nonetheless. But yeah, so it's the rubbing together thing. But like, why are we still packing furniture in styrofoam? Like, it's not biodegradable.
What furniture did you order?
I got a new stand for my record player.
Nice. Also, are those new curtains?
Half of a new curtain.
Okay, cool. I'm not totally losing it.
No, I'm trying to decide if they're supposed to be blackout curtains, and I'm trying to decide if they work well enough before I put up the other one, and I gotta hem them anyway. But yeah, I'm very upset that this record player came packed in styrofoam, because the second I opened that box, there were bits of it everywhere. Like it came pre-mauled by a bear. And of course, the
Interesting.
static, they stick to everything. And that alone is one of my biggest pet peeves. But it's worse when you have cats,
Oh God, yeah.
and especially one that will try to eat anything that fits in her mouth. So I'm like constantly on the alert.
Mhm.
Oh, is that a tiny piece? Is that a tiny piece? Where is she? Where is
Yeah.
she?
That's the thing that
So
I've been running into frequently with him, because I do like, because when I have to do like craft stuff on the floor, like there'll be like little bits of EVA foam or like little
mhm,
fabric scraps, and I'm like, get away from it.
mhm,
Also, my son is just terminally stupid, which you've
yeah.
experienced firsthand.
Nyx will eat the styrofoam if I'm not very vigilant about it. And Luna likes to climb on top of everything, so the styrofoam bits just stick in her fluffy fur. And so I have to
The
constantly
feather duster.
grab her and pick the things out. And but yeah, Chris, absolutely. It's very much like glitter. In that,
There we
I
go.
will probably be finding these bits of styrofoam for like a week.
I remember one time when I still had my laptop before I switched to my desktop PC. I remember I came to your apartment and I like hung out for the weekend. And I went home, I opened up my laptop, and a tuft of Bella's fur just wafted out. It's like, all right, thank you.
Aw,
Thank
it
you
was
for the
like
little souvenir.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can complain about styrofoam for literal hours. Like I could talk nonstop about how much I hate it and various experiences I've had with it. But it's just very fresh and very raw because I just finished putting together the
I feel
stand an
that.
hour ago,
I really do feel that.
and I
I have been
immediately
doing a lot of crafting recently, so I have been in a similar situation of like, leave the little bits of foam alone. I can't stop the process to pick up after myself
mm-hmm,
constantly, or the process is going to take forever.
mm-hmm. Yeah, although I do have a really stupid conspiracy theory
I'm
that
doing that. I love conspiracy theories.
they pack it in styrofoam because they know how annoying the styrofoam is,
Mm-hmm.
and they know that you'll want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. So you throw away the packing materials just to get rid of it, but then you don't have the box anymore, so you can't return it.
See, that's low stakes enough to be very plausible, in
Yeah,
my humble opinion. Like, honestly, I buy that. I really do.
yeah. Like if they use the molded cardboard, like a lot of places do these days,
Mm-hmm.
that's super easy to keep a hold of and repack. This would have been impossible to
Yeah.
repack.
No,
And
honestly, I'm just gonna incorporate that into my worldview.
yeah, I immediately took it all to the dumpster. I was like, I have to get this out of my home. I have to free myself from the tyranny of tiny bits of styrofoam. And I'm like, well, never take
Very, very understandable.
yeah. I hate styrofoam with a burning passion.
Can't say I
And
blame you.
and you know what? It's not just my personal reasons. Again, terrible for the environment. So why are we still doing it?
Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong in
I hate
at
it.
all.
I hate
So
it. Name any
I'm
packing
fully on
material.
your side here, bestie.
There is no worse packing material.
I'm gonna say hard agree. Um, bestie, it's so over.
I know.
It's so fucking over. We have the release date for the final season of What We Do in the Shadows. It is October 21st, 2024. So that's when the streams are going to start. I'm not sure what day of the week it is, but trust us, we will be talking about this as it airs. That's going to be
Yes.
our third year of doing Shadows streams as the show airs, and it's going to be the last one. It is so fucking over.
That's a Monday.
Okay, yeah, that'll work out perfectly. Because
We
we'll
still
watch the episode and then we'll have like a couple days to percolate, think about it, and then talk about it. But yeah, it's so fucking over, guys.
works out nicely too that we still get 3 weeks of spooky season before that, so we can still do 3 like spooky movies.
Yes, that will be fun. And also probably we could like, I'm sure we could work in like another group like bonus stream on a different day if we want to do that many horror movies during October. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so consider that an early stream announcement. First of all, we will absolutely be continuing our tradition of Shadows streams as the final season is airing. So, fear not. But God, what the fuck am I gonna do? That's my fucking family.
You know what? You'll find a new one.
I probably will, but I just, when you're in the middle of the hyperfixation and you can't picture life without it, or like without new content of the hyperfixation, whatever that is.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
But I help myself feel better by thinking about, like, man, what are all the things yet to come? Like, there was a time in your life where you never heard of Ghost.
And now I have it tattooed on me forever.
But think about, like, if you knew that was in your future at some point, how excited you'd be. There's probably stuff like that.
I'm sure there is, which is why I'm, one in particular, now that I know that I actually really fuck with metal music, which is why I'm always looking for, like, new upcoming stuff. Like, as soon as I hear, like, oh, some little, like, here's this small band, and they're also doing the mask thing, I'm like, don't mind if I fucking do.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of a fucking era.
Yeah, I know we spent some time at the end of the last season, like, speculating about the final season, but I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They've given themselves, it's gonna be like 11 episodes though. We're on the first 11 I think, because on the first night we're getting 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a lot, but like exciting, but
then it's over that much more quickly. So
yes, but I think they're also doing the same thing with the finale, where it's either 2 or 3 for the finale as well. So I guess, I mean, yeah, but like I think they're like giving themselves, it's either 11 or 12, I can't remember, but like they're giving themselves more time in the world to wrap things up a little bit, I guess. So like that gives me a little bit of hope. But yeah, they have a lot of threads to tie off. So, this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, oh man, I can't fucking believe it. Like I knew it was coming, obviously, and I was like, oh yeah, like that's the final season. But now they've actually announced it. I'm like, shit, dog. End of an era, truly.
Ooh. Mm? Oh, I was oohing Chris's comment.
Listen. I hope, please, give it to me. Give me my fucking family. But yeah, I saw that and I was just like, wow, it's been a fucking ride. And it's not quite over yet, but damn. Also, just the fact that that's been the funniest fucking thing on like primetime TV for a while now. Like, somebody better step up.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion.
Man, it seems like not so long ago you were saying, oh, I don't want to start watching it because I know once I do, I'll be like fixated on it.
And here we are.
Your prophetic vision there.
Yeah, I know myself too well in some cases, and I know what things are going to be like crack to me and make me so much more insufferable. And I was right. Mm-hmm. Fucking shocker. But in other news, we're getting 2 new Ghost music videos, which is very exciting for me. One of them premiered this morning, which I technically already saw because it was a segment from Right Here, Right Now from the movie. But the one that's premiering tomorrow morning is a new animated music video for the song that was released with the movie The Future is a Foreign Land. And I'm really fucking excited for that because that I know nothing about. So insane woman hours. So that's exciting.
Last Friday, Los Campesinos released a new album.
No shit.
Their first in 7 years. We had to
There
wait
you
7
go.
years.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And I pre-ordered it like from the band's website, so I don't have it yet because they're in Wales.
Yeah.
But I got it from them because,
Yeah, I think I just got the email that, because of course I ordered the Right Here Right Now, like they were releasing a live album from those shows. I think I got the notification that shipped like a day ago. So I don't know when I will get my grubby little hands on that.
Yeah, I got an email with the tracking number, but every time I look up the number, it says not found. So I don't know, like a week ago. But
interesting.
Yeah, but it came out, and because I had pre-ordered, and my pre-order comes with like a T-shirt and an actual cassette of the album for some reason.
Those are coming back as like a collector's item. I have a cassette of Phantomime.
Yeah, but it came with several fun things. I also bought a CD that all of them signed. I wanted the vinyl, but they sold out of the vinyl.
I love that.
Yeah. But anyway, so because I had pre-ordered, they had like special events last week for people that pre-ordered.
Nice.
And I got to like watch their new documentary live.
That's so
last
fun.
Wednesday. And then there was a listening party on Thursday to listen to the whole album through.
Oh my God, I love it.
And I have just been nonstop listening. It is perfect. Like, probably their best album.
Me, When the Future is a Foreign Land dropped. As soon as that song was available, I was like, I need this directly into my veins.
Yeah, every single song on it is just like, I don't know how many times I've listened to it at this point.
Oh no, I feel that. There's a post I've seen that is just one of the most relatable like sentences or set of sentences I've ever heard. Listening to it isn't enough. I need to fuck the song.
Yeah. Well,
like sometimes that's how it be.
I had my family reunion over the weekend, and it was about a 4-hour drive.
Oh yeah, do you have any stories from that? Or just any updates? Because I feel like you've had an update every other time that it's come up on the podcast.
I mean, there are stories, but I don't know how interesting they are.
I mean, this is mandatory fun for us. Fuck the audience.
Well, maybe here in a second, but I just want to say I had this 4-hour drive there, 4-hour drive back. I listened to the album nonstop the whole time.
So valid.
But the way there, probably 3 out of those 4 hours, I was listening to one song on repeat.
Me with the Future is a Foreign Land.
One song for 3 straight hours.
We've all been there. Listening to it isn't enough. I need to fuck the song.
It's so freaking good. Oh my God. It's so good. Yeah, Los Campesinos, people, never heard of them, check it out. Their name is Spanish. There's no reason for that. It has nothing to do with them as a band.
It's just about vibes, and that's okay.
Yeah, it means the peasants in Spanish for no reason, but they used to refer to themselves as punk-influenced Welsh indie pop, but they evolved over time, and now they refer to themselves as the UK's first and only emo band.
I love that. Also, sorry, Hey Boots, I saw your message. Not fuck you.
Oh, that's what it was.
I felt bad.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Yeah, my family reunions they're something.
Do tell. I am all ears.
Well, I mean, you're aware that my mom is one of 14 kids.
That's too many, yes.
Yeah, it is a lot. She's 13th out of 14. And, I mean, a lot of her siblings have passed away at this point. But she is, again, 13 out of 14, so that means that most of her siblings are older. Mm-hmm. So there are her siblings' kids and their kids and their kids.
Jesus Christ.
And these family reunions are just massive. Like, we have, on more than one occasion, worn name tags. But
so you said.
Yeah, but certainly, like, most people don't know the names of anybody under the age of like 25.
Sure.
Because it's like, wait, who are those kids? Are they actually related to us? Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, that's so and so's kids, and it's like, okay, why not?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a massive freaking family, you know. I
Understandable.
know most of my first cousins, not all of them. Some of them I've literally never met, but we know each other for the most part. But yeah, there was a lot of laughing so hard that we cried, which is good.
I love that for you.
We continue our family tradition of writing a vaguely threatening note while drunk to slip under my cousin Christie's hotel room door.
Wait, this is the first time hearing of this. Please explain.
Um,
Wait,
it's
hold on. My son is going for his box.
yes, I see.
You comfy? You gonna hang out? Yeah. Oh, bath in the box. Okay. I'll leave him to that. Continue. I would like to hear more about this threatening note situation.
It started 5 years ago when we were at a family reunion in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. And the hotel there, there's literally one hotel, like within, I don't know how many miles, many miles, and it's surrounded by cornfields. So if you look out your window, you just see
It's giving
corn.
children of the corn.
Yeah. I mean, and when I say you look out and see corn, I'm not like, oh, there's corn off in the distance. It's like 5 feet from your window.
It's
So,
giving children of the corn.
right. So that was, of course, what all the jokes were, right? Oh, they're the children of the corn, they're going to get you, right?
As one does.
And we really, I have two cousins in particular that the three of us tend to like pick on each other a lot. And, just. But my cousin Christy is one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life, and it's really fun to try to play pranks on her. And so 5 years ago, a couple of us got drunk and just wrote this letter with various colored crayons on a sheet of paper using like our left hands, so it didn't look
Incredible.
like our handwriting, like she could tell. We drew a picture of what was supposed to be a really scary face, but it looked very silly. So I wrote, "This looks silly, but it's super serious. Dun dun dun."
Incredible.
And we slipped it under her door. And it was very funny. And so we're like, let's do that again. And we did.
And now it's just a thing.
Yeah, and this time we wrote it on a piece of a beer box that my
I like
cousins
it.
work for us. And it was much more elaborate and detailed this time. We name dropped a couple people.
Nice,
That had
nice.
nothing to do with anything, just to kind of, throw a suspicion on them. And the next morning, I had one of my cousins who had nothing to do with the actual note. I had her deliver it under the door.
Amazing.
And so the next morning, I get up, I go down to hotel breakfast, and probably at least 20 heads turn toward me. And my cousin's holding the sign, the note. My cousin just looks at me and goes, and I'm like, what is that? And so I just played it off like I had no idea what it was. Never admit to anything, right? And then,
Yeah,
whoever
you
did
gotta.
that looks like
Well,
they
that's
put
the
a lot of
thing.
time
That's why you
into it.
gotta involve someone who wasn't normally involved. Get as many fingerprints on it as possible. Confuse the cops.
Yeah, that's the thing. I that's why I had one of my cousins who had nothing to do with the note deliver it, because she was present at the time and she needed to be implicated in the crime,
Incredible.
right? So then we get the bright idea while we're at breakfast to leave a note under the door of the cousin who delivered the first note saying, "I know what you did," which we wrote on the back of a paper plate with a green highlighter.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
Always
And
drag
so,
down an accomplice indeed. Thank you, Chris.
yeah. So we wrote, like, "I know what you did. Love, Christy."
I love it. That's
and
fantastic.
I had to do a little figuring to find out this cousin's hotel room, and I waited until she and her kids were all downstairs. I forgot that her boyfriend was still in the room, and I think he saw me. because the paper plate doesn't really fit under a door very well. It's not flat. So I was just
no. Well,
was
let's hope he didn't.
Yeah.
Where would you rank yourself among party people in your family? Because frankly, a lot of your family sounds like party people.
I told you about our last reunion when we got kicked off the hotel patio.
Oh yeah. But again, you were involved in that, so where do you fall on this sliding scale?
I mean, are we looking at this as like a 1 to 10 scale?
I guess.
With like 1 being the people that go to bed at 9 p.m.?
Yeah, 1 being the ultimate square, 10 being the hangover.
I'm pretty much always one of the last ones. But I'm also just nocturnal, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I learned my lesson after the last one. I didn't drink nearly as much this time.
That's probably smart, considering what you told me.
Yeah, probably like a 9.
Hell yeah, rock and roll.
But yeah, there's definitely people who drink more than I do, and we always have at least a couple who really overdo it. And I think I sent you a picture of that beer that I got.
Yes, the slime whatever.
Lacto Cooler.
Yeah.
It's a beer, Voodoo Brewing Company. They made a beer that's supposed to taste like the Ecto Cooler High C that they released when the original Ghostbusters came out. To me, it tastes like a green apple warhead. It's like super duper sour, but man, was that bringing me some joy.
Yeah. I am fascinated. What a time to be alive. Well, that's fun. I do have our pulling this up on my phone here, our asshole of the week. Come on. Oh, I don't have a banner for that. Should have thought about that. God damn it. Oh well.
Opportunity.
But, and even though I looked for this literally like 20 minutes before we started the podcast, I still could not find one that had not already been judged. So we're going to set that aside as we always do. No, just take me to the app. Make my life easier. God damn it. Okay. So this is actually, would I be the asshole? So would I be the asshole if I asked my IT friend to, quote, speed it up with repairing my PC? The post reads thusly: I'll keep it brief. A few weeks ago, my gaming PC I built failed. I thought there was a Windows error and I didn't have my original Windows software to install. My IT friend has it. It's a purchased, legal, and legit copy. Anyway, I sent my PC to him to get Windows reinstalled, but it turned out there was actually a BIOS failure. Not sure what that is. I am not that technologically literate.
Yeah.
My friend said he would fix it, and I felt really grateful that he would just do that instead of telling me to go see someone else. He said he has to rebuild the PC, which I was fine with, and he said it would take him a few days. I offered him quite a bit of money for his troubles, but he turned down the offer. Anyway, a few days have passed, actually about 2 weeks, and I need my PC back. I use it for my side business as well, and I'm losing out on work. I also use it to work from home sometimes. I'm getting to the point where I'm quite behind and really need it back, but I feel like I'd be a spoiled brat telling him I really need it back soon. What should I do? I don't want him to think I'm being impatient. I just genuinely need my PC back, and I don't have a suitable computer to help in the meantime. I don't think you'd be the asshole.
No, I mean, when I read just the subject, which is, would I be the asshole if I asked my IT friend to speed it up with repairing my PC? Mm-hmm. Like, that alone,
I was like, yeah.
Asshole-ish, you know? But then when you actually get into it, like, yeah, I mean, if he waited 2 whole weeks and didn't say anything, like, that's...
Yeah. I don't think you would be in the wrong at all to be like, hi, can I please have this back soon? I really need it.
Yeah, especially if it... Like, can you imagine being without a computer for 2 weeks? Like, it sounds like this guy has, like, his work computer.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I don't know why I was assuming mail. It didn't actually say. Apologies. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. But, nope, lost my train of thought. Because I accidentally closed the thing.
No, because, like, his friend is technically doing him a favor repairing it for free, but also, like, This guy doesn't, like someone else said it, he does need it for work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But,
I would
like,
say
but don't be a dick about it, obviously.
it seems like they have a work computer to at least be able to do things there. But yeah, so it seems like they wouldn't be able to work from home at all, or whatever the side business is, they're not able to do that, so they're losing money essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I think it makes total sense to ask
As
about it.
long as you're not a dick.
Yeah. And you don't have to say speed it up. You can just simply say, "Hey, I'm checking in on this.
Yeah.
This is the situation that I'm in and I really need it back." You don't have to say speed it up. You just be like,
yeah, no. And I mean, I'm sure that was just like to keep it short for like the title purposes or whatever, but as long as you're nice about it.
Yeah, so
and
waiting 2 weeks to ask about the computer that you need.
Yeah, honestly, I probably would have asked a little sooner if I did really need that. But the edit is, I called and asked and he apologized. He said he was busy with work, but promised me it'll be done Monday. So everything works out in the end. And the verdict of Reddit was no assholes here.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I wonder what happened to the computer from before that.
Yeah.
Because you would think he would have a backup computer, like, an old one that he could use.
Well, I mean, see, here's the thing. As a person who, within the last, 5 years, pivoted from having a laptop to having a desktop PC, I have no before now. My old laptop is wiped. My parents use it to watch movies on, vacation sometimes. And I mean, I have external hard drives with, important stuff backed up there, but I can't do anything with it if I, was suddenly without my actual, computer and monitors.
But you could, be like, hey, can I take my laptop back and use it while I'm waiting on this?
Yeah.
Because one of the things on my list is to recycle old laptops because I just let them pile up. I've never had a desktop. I've only done laptops, and I just replace them periodically. I have a literal stack of them, which is kind of fun. It's like a little history of electronics because you can see.
Yeah, there you go.
Because yes, they are in chronological order in the stack.
Well, duh.
Which makes sense because the older ones are the heavier, bulkier ones, so they go on the bottom.
Exactly. Damn. Amazing. Maybe recycle some of those.
Yeah, it's on my list. I don't know why I haven't. I think I'm just paranoid about giving these things that once were used for my personal information. Even if you wipe everything, it still just makes me nervous.
My counter to that is anyone who really wants it can probably already get it just based on the things about you that exist online to begin with.
Yeah, but I don't have to give them additional routes to it.
This is true. I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say most definitely not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole, and frankly, no one's at fault here. This is very chill.
Yeah, especially because, he doesn't specify whether they had an agreement in advance of how long it was going to take or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also, this is just I just want to take a second to push back against an attitude that I'm seeing all the time where it's oh, your friends should never ask you, you shouldn't ask your friends to help you move. You should never ask your friends for, a ride to the airport. There's this whole attitude I'm seeing now among, younger millennials and older Gen Z about how, your friends should never inconvenience you. No, stop that. Do favors for your people all the time, and they should be doing that for you in return. If your friendships are always based on never inconveniencing anyone ever, are you really friends?
Yeah, we've talked about this on the pod before. That's
it's an attitude that I fucking hate.
Yeah. That's the whole point of having friends. What you're thinking of are strangers.
Yeah. It's okay to ask friends to move until age 35. Is that just because lifting things is hard?
Or maybe there's an assumption that you'll have established yourself enough to afford movers.
Also possible. I mean, if I was over 35 and someone asked me to help them move, I still would, but sure.
Does that mean when I move?
No, we're old, it hurts.
Oh. It's so true.
I'm not quite there yet.
This was like, wait, I'm already past that point, so I'm not allowed to ask anybody to help me move anymore.
Well, I'm not over 35.
Huh?
I'm not over 35. You can ask me.
Ah, okay. I was about to say, Chris, can you specify? So I just have to make more friends younger than myself.
You just gotta keep kicking it with people my age and younger.
Yeah, and I gotta get my house moving army for when I eventually move out of this joint.
Nice. Solid
just
plan.
me trawling around the local high schools. Hey, you're going to be under 35 for a while, friend.
Or again, just find more people like me and let them strong arm you into friendship after they graduate.
Exactly, right? I'll get my moving ban and just, yeah, I mean, I can befriend other former students.
What was it?
I wanted to, I don't think.
Oh.
Never
or
asked.
They're just really shy. Because frankly, there have been points where the other professors where I was like, I should stop bothering them.
But never with me.
No, you have this. You've got botherable DNA, man.
Thanks, or how dare you?
I mean, either or. But that just reminded me of a TikTok that somebody sent me where it was like seniors to their favorite teacher. And it was like, would you ever want to hang out like socially? Okay. And I think it would be really funny if we recreated that.
Yeah, I feel like it would be weird if I asked a student as they were graduating, like, hey, you want to hang out? Like, they'd be like, weirdo. So I'm never going to do it unless the student themselves asks me.
No, I do feel that, but I think we should recreate that. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. Because that's exactly what it was. Do you ever want to hang out socially?
Although,
fine.
This was also like in a very unique time.
Yeah, I feel like the social contract had broken down quite a bit at the time.
Because, May 2020. Although really it started more in like April.
That was a weird time for everybody. Well, yeah, because you were at my sad birthday party.
So actually I guess it was more even like March, like the end of March 2020.
The rules ceased to apply as soon as shit got real weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think that that particular circumstance under which we transitioned from teacher student to friends can be recreated. Hopefully we don't find ourselves in that situation again.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But also, I mean, I don't know. I probably would have kept annoying you even if things had worked out more normally. Again, I've got clown blood, baby. I have the gene that encourages me to bother people constantly. I am simply made to pester.
Well, at least you know.
Anyway, this is kind of a wing it episode because I've been doing a lot of things.
Yeah, unfortunately, Streamlabs was behaving for me this whole time up until now.
Ooh, you hate to see it. At least you're still, I mean, knocking on wood here, at least you are still on the air.
Yes.
So we have that going for ourselves.
I can't see you on Streamlabs, but I have the Twitch stream up over here, so I can see you on there. It's just like 5 seconds delayed.
Sure, whatever. I'm
going to keep staring at my computer background over here as though I'm looking at you because this is what the game is.
Sure.
Let me just look over these to-do lists I have on my desktop.
Nice. Oh, hello from the past.
Yeah.
There you go.
It is very much like time travel.
Oh, this is just this is podcast admin stuff that I've been meaning to bring up for literal weeks now, but I keep forgetting. And the clown blooded me is the blood that has There you go. What was I saying? Oh, this is podcast admin that I've had in the back of my head for literal weeks now, but I keep forgetting to say it as soon as we're like done recording, so I'm saying it now. We all need to give each other like Twitch. Oh shit. Oh no.
I was trying.
Oh wow, this is fun.
I shouldn't have tried the thing. I didn't think that was going to happen.
But we all need to give each other like Twitch mod privileges.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can delete bullshit messages in our Twitch stream and I don't have to.
I watched it the one time.
You did watch it, but you couldn't delete stuff, and I was playing games, and that was a problem.
No, that was a different time. That was before I was able to actually log in. Remember, because of our password confusion.
Oh, yeah. So that, but
Yeah.
also, I should probably just do that with your personal Twitch if we ever wind up doing that, like needing that for any reason.
Good luck with that.
So that's a bit of housekeeping about the running of a podcast that we're letting you in on a little behind the scenes peek here. It's not all glitz and glamour.
Oh, it's so fascinating. This is good content.
Crushing it. I would like to imagine that just the way I am as a human might make boring things a little more fun, but also like, should I really be giving myself that much credit? Who's to say?
Not me, for sure.
Anyway, would we like to transition into the weekly worsening?
We can.
I don't know how we feel about this is going to be a little. We're going to attempt sound. I don't know. That I'm not in charge of.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only making it worse.
Thanks, that even makes it worse.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie.
How marvelous.
Thank you, Nick.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only
That's a
making it
great way
worse.
to kick that
Thanks,
off.
that even makes it worse.
That's fantastic. Wonderful. All right, hold on. Let me get rid of that. How are we? I love the sad piano. Just excellent touch, because I think that does capture the vibe of it very, very well. How are we worse this week, besties? See, whenever I ask you that question and you don't answer immediately, but you give me a look, I get afraid. What have you done?
Well, you remember what I said last week?
Yeah, you got another fucking printer. If you got a fourth 3D printer, I'm shutting off this episode right now.
Just the 3, but man, does a resin printer require so many more accessories and things.
Oh my god.
I'm still just buying stuff for it. I
Bruh.
haven't even like printed a thing yet. Because now, I tried to yesterday. It failed for some reason. But also I have learned the hard way that the resin smell does not go away. I've had multiple air filters just going, and it's so strong. The resin smell is so strong.
That's why people have like sheds for this.
Well, I can't do that. But
You should have thought about that.
I ordered an enclosure that has like a vent that is supposed to vent out the window, so then I had to buy a thing that goes in the window so I can vent out the window and keep it closed and stuff. So by this time next week, that resin printer is going to be behind me so it can vent out the window.
Oh my god.
Because I cannot take this smell. I don't think it's healthy for me or the cats or Harley.
Yeah, I would assume it's not. Jesus Christ, girl.
So yeah, I bought a new enclosure today, and yeah, that's what the curtains are about, is that I need 100% blackout curtains. Because the UV light coming through the window can cure the resin.
Yeah, get a gas mask.
I have a respirator over there. It's just that And I certainly wear it when I'm like close to the resin, but here's the thing. The smell pervades the whole house. You can smell it everywhere. And I'm not going to wear the respirator 24/7 in my home.
Well, yeah, but
Like
also,
right now, the smell
girl.
is overwhelming me. I turned off the air purifiers so that Nick doesn't lose his mind.
Oh yeah, I turned off my fan. I'm hoping that's enough.
But it's like, yeah, the smell is so strong, and it's worse than I expected. And I tried to print once, and it failed, and now I am so very, very sad that
I'm so sorry.
yeah. So I had to take a step back from it because I was so angry that I went through all this work, because that means that I need to now pour the resin out of the vat so that I can strain it, and then I'm gonna have to clean the vat. And there's like a whole bunch of steps. It's not like with the FDM printers where I can just scrape it off the thing, throw it out, and try again. So
wow.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be behind me because it's gotta reach that window back there.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's been most of my week. Is man, I got a real setup going over here.
I am terrified to eventually see this.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's gonna change because the printer's got to move, and I won't be able to fit both the printer and the wash and cure station back there. So I don't know. I gotta figure something out, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's so much more work and so many more accessories than my FDM printers. But you know what?
When I have to commission a shit ton of cosplay props from you,
and I am learning that when I want to print things with resin, I'm going to like save up a bunch of things and do it all in one go. That way I can clean up after that and hopefully not have the resin smell everywhere. I don't know. But,
yeah, that might be smart.
Because right now I just leave the resin in the vat because cleaning it up is a huge pain in the ass. And but the cover isn't like airtight.
Build an army of automaton thieves and it'll pay for itself. There you go.
Yeah, I think my strategy now is to find the most ridiculous possible models that I can to print on it, because I think those are the type that will sell.
I like it.
So,
I like it.
And I really got to get better at 3D modeling myself so I can make my own. Like, I can't find a model of Buff Kirby, so I'm going to have to design one.
I swear I've seen people printing Buff Kirby.
I mean, it's possible, but they might just not sell the model.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, then there's a project for you.
Yeah, I'm not near that level yet of being able to design that, but
something to aspire to.
I did design a sandcastle mold last week, so.
Oh wait, that's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, for the tiny little sand tools that I gave my niece when I saw her last weekend.
Aww.
Yeah,
is that the main way that you're worse? Do you have anything besides that?
That and those cansinos just rotting my brain out.
I love that for you. The cosplay brain rot continues. I have everything for my sexy Mothman cosplay, which is I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, these are probably going to be part of that. I am going to do a couple little just like things to just make it like fit like perfectly. Like, oh, I'm going to add a little elastic here, blah, blah, blah. Minor things like that just to have the finished product be as polished as possible. But my violence feed mask rebuild, I have been having such a great time because I actually know what I'm doing this time. And like, I'm not like afraid of working with EVA foam and like contact cement like I was the first time. Like, oh, am I doing it wrong? Now I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I've got this. I have most of it painted. Really excited. And I'm going to sell the old one at our table at Mid-Hudson. So if you would like an EVA foam violence fiend mask from Chainsaw Man, there will be one available for purchase. I'm not sure how much it's going to go for yet, because I won't say the materials were insanely expensive, but it did take me a while. So still kind of figuring that out.
And that's what a lot of it is. It's the labor more so than the parts.
Yeah. So there's that. Just the cosplay stuff. And again, bought these mostly for fun. I bought full blackout lenses again, just to fucking scare people because of who I am as a person. And that's really about it.
Nice. Yeah, we're down to what, a week and a half ish.
Yeah.
Hard to believe. I got a bin
I'm
full of
excited.
plushies over there. I printed even more roses. Oh, you can't see them because of my microphone. Because at my family reunion over the weekend, I put a bunch of 3D printed stuff into our auction to raise money for the next reunion.
So you told me.
And man, those were some big ticket items. I printed a dragon. And
Yeah, you told me.
man, all the kids wanted that dragon. There was this one girl, like, she would be my first cousin once removed, my first cousin's kid. But she wanted it so badly, she just kept going and asking people for more money to like buy more tickets to put in for it and stuff. It was so cute. And she won it. So
oh, yay.
So that was very nice. But yeah, they were all big fans. So I ended up putting more 3D printed stuff in it that I intended, so I had to replace it. Yeah, which I've already done. And then
well,
some.
there you go.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, exciting times. I think this is a thing that we're both going to be very worse for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am so ridiculously excited. Tomorrow, do not fucking miss it. Our Twitch stream is not going out from the Fighting with Friends Twitch channel. We are going just this week for this special. We are going out from the Big Dumb Monsters Twitch channel at 8. We are talking about hobgoblins. It is going to be a hot fucking mess. I'm so excited. It's going to be me, Arthur, Chris, and Kyle all at the BDM studio. Kyle's just going to be chiming in as he sees fit, if at all. Nick and Brooks, you guys are coming in remote, and we are all going to be talking about a ridiculous fucking movie and drinking. So
it's always
I'm so excited.
It's always interesting when you like promo the next day's Twitch, because you've usually watched the thing and I haven't watched the thing.
I have not watched it either.
Oh, that's right, you did say that.
But I just know. I simply like the vibes. The vibes are speaking to me. Oh, yes, and we have other stuff coming up on the network. Friday night, come back for the Big Dumb Monsters Summer Camp Book Club. Oh, perfect. There you go. This is our first or second full week of programming for the network, I do believe. Because Monday we had Big Dumb Monsters. Second. Okay, yeah. Monday we had Big Dumb Monsters. Yesterday was Regrettable Reviews with myself and Arthur, which if you didn't catch, I say go watch that on Big Dumb Monsters Twitch channel. I think we had a fun time. Arthur was very charitable towards me for having picked an artsy Soviet science fiction film. So thanks for that, buddy. Yeah, I am not even mad at him for being spicy about it. And then obviously here tonight, Wednesday, Fighting with Friends. Thursday, we've got the Fighting with Friends Twitch stream. Friday. So we're doing good. We are doing good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're not gonna want to miss tomorrow. Is my hot take that I'm gonna conclude with. I think tomorrow is gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, pregame. That's everyone involved and everyone watching. Pregame
and game.
Yep.
And postgame.
Yeah, probably.
All the games.
All of the games, indeed. So. But I think that's it, unless you have anything further to announce. I don't think we do. Okay. Or nothing like particularly big in the works other than Mid-Hudson.
Yeah, this is the last Thursday of July. Or do we know what we're doing next month for the streams?
No, actually we don't.
Just occurred to me earlier today. I was like, wait a minute, do we even talk about August yet?
Would we like to game again?
We can take a little breather.
Tampa Bay Comic Con. Oh, so if you're We are not involved in that one, but others will be.
Tampa Bay, New York.
Chris is hosting. Stuff. Hell yeah! So if you're in the area and you're a fan, go check that shit out.
And stuff. And Chris is also typing in the third person.
To break the illusion. Since I'm just thinking about this now and we're live anyway, would you want to try being the gamer? Because there are things that you play.
That's true. Although I haven't had much time to actually. I haven't played on my PC in a while, actually.
So that's a possibility. Or we could co-op some stuff.
Yeah, it's possible.
So in the chat, if anyone has any opinions on what they would like to see, please let us know. Tweet at us. Email us. All of our contacts are in our link tree. Let us know. We would love suggestions if you want to see us playing something at the same time, or if you want to see the roles getting swapped a little bit and Brookes being the person playing something while I just sort of spitball. We're down for anything.
Yeah.
We're simple women.
Oh. Y'all know us.
Chris is gonna do what Chris is gonna do. Fair enough.
Fair. That's exactly what I said. I saw it. I was like, fair.
Yep. All right. So, all that being said, I think that's gonna bring us to a close for tonight. As always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we'll be back again next week for the final episode before Mid-Hudson. Exciting time.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brookes. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Thursday, and for ad-free live broadcasts of the show, you can subscribe to our Twitch channels or consider donating to our Patreon for ad-free access to our entire library of past episodes and streams, as well as fun bonus content. Fighting with Friends is a member of the Big Dumb Monsters podcast network. Check out the links in the description for more episodes from us and from all of the shows on the network. Thanks for listening!